Hello and welcome to Opinions Plus. We are the underpinning of our society. We are the underpinning of our society. It doesn't seem like that sometimes today, does it? It doesn't seem like we have any value or any power to do anything other than watch, sit behind and watch. Watch the others do things, the power people do things. Well, we are the underpinning of our society. Together, we do things. Yeah, it's not clear cut. It's not etched in stone. You don't have a lot of people just getting behind one good person and following them and achieving some good end. Those days seem to be behind us. Most of the time they follow leaders that are not good, have no good end, who don't want to achieve the peace and tranquility of all of our societies that we can have, but say these things, these two-faced, split-tongued individuals who say, I want peace, but really want power. They're not for you. And we can tell the difference. We have to find people, cultivate people, develop our youth to overcome these problems of today. Just by doing it, by actively striving to do one thing, if nothing else, just strive within ourselves. I know I'm beating a dead horse, but strive to ourselves to do what? Go to the good. I don't see, and I've said this in previous clips, I don't see our religious leaders doing what they need to do, illustrating the evils today, talking about the influence of the evil one, the devil, Satan, Lucifer, just the evil one, whatever, evil influences. I don't see them doing it. They talk about things, like you should be personally responsible and put it all on your back, not theirs. They're not taking the responsibility of leadership. Christ said what? A leader needs to serve, not be master of, but to serve, to illustrate, to guide, to teach, to direct. That's what he did. But they're not doing that. They're taking things of past and, anecdotal stories and things like that. But there are elements all around us that need to be talked about, to be shown as evil acts. Examples of what not to do, what not to be, how not to act. They're clear. They're all over the place. I don't care, this country, that country, doesn't matter, world war, or the wars that are going around the world, multiple areas of illustration to talk about and direct and to speak to. Especially, one of the sins that are so right out there in front of everybody is pride, the ego. What drives these people to do these things that are bad for everybody? Even in the peaceful societies, there are people doing bad things, hurting people, monetarily, physically, in different ways. Incarcerations that are illegal or based on bias and prejudice rather than justice. Good people need to do good things, stand up when they need to stand up, but ultimately they have to teach. And the social media thing is not teaching anybody. It's not teaching. It's just putting a bunch of stuff out there and people just swimming through it. You know it's not good. Anybody knows it's not good. You can take elements of it and say, oh, that's good. This is good. But you have to make the decisions. You do. Not just what your children think, or what your friends think, or what your grandchildren think, or your nieces and nephews think, or whoever. But by your talking, your directing, your approach to things can help guide a society to a better place than where it's going right now. Everything's up. Everything's going full bore. It doesn't matter. This Project 2025 thing that the Republicans are talking about, to some say, okay, that's what you need, is you need to just control everybody. Control their thoughts, their thinking, as if what they think is right. What they think is not right. It's what they think, that's it. It's not making it right just because they think it. There's a lot of things that have to be discussed. And you may not have the full information. You may not have the full data pack. But they have to be started to discuss what limited information you have, see what is good, and lead people towards it. Lead ourselves towards it. We're not isolated from temptation, however you want to view the temptation, whether it's spiritual or just evil, social, insanity that's going through the system. What causes people to go in a certain way? What causes people to become lemmings and run over the cliff and behind some leader that they don't know from beans, and yet they follow him to the death? This Kim Jong-un guy, the troopies there going to war for Russia. For what? Just because he said it. That's what soldiers do. Well, he's their God King over there. How does this happen? Why does it even happen? It's well beyond my understanding. But I do know we have to fight against it. I do know that as individuals, underpinnings of the society at large, we have a role to fight against it, to go to the good. What that means to you, it generally is goodness, happiness, virtue, quality, decency, honor, good. I don't have to think hard about it. It's right there. It's in our faces every day. Let's not ignore it. Let's not excuse people who just ignore it because of their position, their power, their ability to flaunt the law because they have money to hire all kinds of lawyers and because of, weaknesses within the law, within the justice system itself. Find people of character. There are people of character. Do not despair on that. There are people of character. You're one. Let us go to the good. Keep hope alive. If you like what you hear, please subscribe and send it on to someone if you think it has value. Encourage goodness. Not the other, not the pride, not the vanity, not the loudmouth bullying, not the warmongering, the goodness. And be strong and defend what is right. Thanks for listening. Have a good day. Go to the good. Keep hope alive. Good things to do.